Happy Wednesday, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to another Wednesdays with Wendy, where we talk about tips and tricks for entrepreneurs and independent contractors to get your bookkeeping going and get everything on track and up to date. Today, we're going to start a 5-week series on how to pay less taxes. I know when you first start a business or when you first go out as a contractor, your main concern is, what is this going to do to my taxes? I don't have a W-2 paycheck anymore. No one is withholding anything. How can I keep from owing a lot of taxes? Well, for the next 5 weeks, I'm going to give you some tips and strategies for ways to make sure you pay less in taxes. But before we get to that, let me introduce myself if you're just now joining us. My name is Wendy Kane. I'm the owner of Kane Accounting and Financial Coaching. I do bookkeeping and payroll for independent contractors and small businesses so that you can have peace of mind at tax time and throughout the rest of the year. Okay, I'm coming to you today from my kitchen table. We are snowed in here in Fayetteville. We got a winter storm yesterday. It dropped about 4 to 6 inches of snow, which I know for some of you're going to laugh, but we don't clear roads around here in the South. Nope, we just wait on the natural clearing known as the sun and maybe some city trucks to eventually come by on the main roads. So for at least yesterday and today, I get to work from home, which is good. I'm glad I can work from home. Maybe I'll go out in the snow in a little bit for a few minutes and then I'm coming back in because today the temperature, I think it's 10 degrees right now. It was 2 when I woke up this morning, 2 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's a good day to stay inside. Okay. So, um, week 1, how to pay less in taxes. We are going to talk today. The first strategy is how to keep your QuickBooks up to date. Before we get into that, let me issue a disclaimer. This is not tax advice. I cannot guarantee that you will owe no taxes. I can't guarantee that you'll owe less taxes. There are so many factors that go into determining what your actual tax liability is that I can't guarantee anything with this video. But if you follow these steps, it will help you be in the best position to owe as few taxes as legally possible. Does that sound like a good legalese way of saying that? If you have specific questions about your situation, please consult a tax professional. They can look at your overall tax picture and give you some personalized strategies to help you owe less in taxes. Okay, let's get to it. I am going to try a new tech thing today, so see if it works. I'm going to share my screen. Um, QuickBooks has let me figure out how to do this now. Um, they've got a sample company. So, okay, I hope you can all see that. This is great because I can walk you through QuickBooks and how to do some things on it without showing you me or my clients or anything like that, which I absolutely can't do. But I was afraid to just talk about it because a lot of people would not remember how to do it or not understand where to go. Okay. If this is working, you are seeing the sample company and we are on the bank transactions screen. This is where you want to start. Every week, month, 2 weeks, whatever, your first strategy is to set aside a time to regularly go in and categorize transactions in QuickBooks. To do that, you can come over here. Usually when you log in, it'll show up on the dashboard and it has, all these little widgets. You can customize this if you want. Go to the transactions screen, whoops, and then click on bank transactions. This will bring up your checking account, savings account, credit card. Any bank or credit card accounts that you've connected to QuickBooks will be here. What you want to do then is scroll down and you can see all the transactions. These come directly from your bank. And you can sit here and match these things up. You can add ones if it's a new transaction. You want to make sure you get all of those entered. And of course, how to enter those and what to enter is that would be a whole other video. We might do one of those in the future. And then you can click on the other ones up here and see this is a credit card. Oh, look, they spent $18 at Bob's Burgers. That's awesome. Okay, so you can add those. And so what you do is you can either add all of them. If you're just doing a month at a time, like it's February right now, you can get just all the January ones entered. And then step 2, you want to reconcile these bank and credit card accounts monthly. And don't freak out. I know no one says, "Oh boy, I can't wait to reconcile bank accounts." QuickBooks makes it pretty easy. So you click over here. It's on the same. You see this bank transactions, app transactions, receipts, reconcile. You click on the reconcile button, and then you can click on this drop down box, and there's your main checking account, the savings account that was there. If you scroll down a little bit, there's the MasterCard that had the credit card right there. And like I said, this is a sample company, so I have no idea what is even in here. We can click on that. Oh, it says, no, you can't do that. So you get into the reconciliation screen, and again, maybe I could do a training on how to reconcile. For the most part, it's pretty easy because everything that has come through the bank will automatically be checked off. You can see this down here. So if everything that has come through the bank is also entered in QuickBooks, and provided there's no duplicates or something's not missing, QuickBooks will automatically check these off. And if it's all correct, this amount up here will be 0 right off the bat. So that is a good thing because it saves you a ton of time from having to go through and check each little thing manually. Okay, we are going to close without saving. Oh, whoops. Because again, I could do a whole thing on reconciling, and maybe I will. If there's something you want to see, put a note in the comments and I can do a video on that in the future. Okay, so you are setting aside a regular time, to enter all the transactions. And then after 1 month ends, when the next month begins, you're going to reconcile all the bank and credit card accounts. Once you get all that done, here's a last step that you need to do to make sure QuickBooks is up to date. I want you to go over here to the reports tab. If you see over here, reports, and you don't have to click on one of these 3 things. You can just click on reports. And then they have the favorites here. They may not be favorites. If it's not starred yet as a favorite, you can just go to business overview, and you want to click on the profit and loss report. Okay. We're going to run this for last month, which is January 1st through January 31st. We'll leave it at the accrual basis for now. We could change it to cash. Many of you are on cash basis, but accrual will give you a little bit better picture. Okay. This is called your profit and loss report. It's going to show you your income and all the different types of income sources you have. And then it's going to show you, scroll down, it's going to show you your expenses. And there's cost of goods sold if you have inventory, regular expenses. Most of you will have, these are like overhead type of things. And you're going to scroll down, and you're going to look at the very bottom where it says net income. That will tell you if you made any money last month. If it's a positive number, you made money. If it's a negative number, it means you have spent more than you've brought in. And that's just on paper. It doesn't necessarily mean you overdrew your bank account, because there might have been some money from previous months left in there to cover the gap between how much you spent and how much you took in. So you want to run this report and get this number, like I said, on a weekly or monthly basis, just to have an idea how you're doing. A good thing to do in addition to that is come up here and see it says compare another period. You can select either previous period for like a previous month or previous year. If you did that, let's see. Oh, cool. The sample company has nothing in there for 24. All right, well, that didn't work. Let's see. Previous period. Let's see if there's another month. Huh. Okay. This is a sample company. I've not played around with this too much. So this will tell you, this is January of 25. This is December of 24. And then you can kind of see if, your income increased, if it decreased. Same with your expenses, if they increased or decreased. And you can compare if you have net income, profit, or if you had a loss. Another thing to do is you can also, and let's see, we'll have it last month, but then we can also have year to date. And of course, year to date is for the current year to date. Let's see. Yeah, there's not too much so far. Let me change it to, here we go. This month, which is February, and then year to date. Okay. Oh, and it looks, of course, I haven't entered any of those transactions for February yet. But if I had, they'd be right here. So this column right here will tell you just this month. This column is going to tell you from January 1st through the end of February. So this is a good report to run when you're trying to figure out. I mean, you can look at your business a month at a time, and you should, because you need to make sure that you're profitable or close to profitable every month. Because obviously, if you're profitable every month, you'll be profitable the whole year, which is what we want. But obviously, some months you're going to have, larger expenses than others. And so sometimes one month you'll technically have a loss for the month, but over the whole year, you're still running a profit. So that's what the year to date option is. You can see, how am I really doing for this whole year? And that's what a lot of entrepreneurs want to know, because they need to compare it to last year to see, am I making more money this year? Am I making less? If you're making more money, then you may need to increase the amount of your estimated tax payments, or at least put more money into savings, because if you make more money, you're going to owe more in tax. So this is a good way to keep track of your expenses, though. We're talking here about owing less in taxes. If you keep track of where you are, then you can keep track of some expenses and think, oh, those are getting kind of high. We need to rein those in. You can look at your income. If certain income streams aren't high enough, maybe you focus your efforts on that one month. If you just want to look at your overall tax picture, like I said, that's a good way to do it, to look at your year-to-date net income and compare it to last year. If you're making more money, then you're going to want to set aside some more money or pay some more in, so that you're not surprised at tax time. Let's see. All right. Well, let me see if I can stop sharing. Okay. I'm back now. Okay. Those are 3 good things to do on a regular basis. Enter your bank transactions regularly, reconcile those accounts, and then run your profit and loss for the month and for year to date. And that will give you a good idea of your business's financial picture through today. And it will help you make some decisions that will hopefully help you pay less in taxes. Okay, that's all for today. And while we finish up here, I want you to remember that no one is born knowing how to do this. It is okay if you have questions. If you want to follow me for more tips, you can follow me here on Facebook. You can go to my website and sign up for my newsletter. I've got lots of tips and tricks and good advice and strategies through the newsletter and on my website that will help you pay less in taxes overall, and just have more fun as an entrepreneur. Y'all have a good day.